Lean in to what life is throwing you. This is day 3 of how to become a self-sufficient creator from a service-based creator. And it's so funny that I created this. Lean into what life is throwing you. I'll try to remember that. I got a channel the other day and all these ideas came in. And today I was like, man, I really want to film outside. I'm at my mom's house here in Kansas City, traveling for the holidays. And I was like, man, I want to film outside. Like, it's not as humid here. It was like 68 this morning. We had this rain coming in. And I kid you not, as soon as I started filming, it started raining. And then she's like, do you want to film inside? And I'm like, no, we're just going to roll with it. And I think that's like a big part of my life that I'd share with anybody in the creative arts is like, and this is what I tell people when I coach them or like I'm bestowing them with some advice because they're in a tough spot. It's like, think about where you're at right now and how'd you get here? And for instance, like I was a nurse before I was a creative. And like, how'd I get into nursing school? Well, I wanted to play college golf and I wanted a bio degree. I was like, I don't know, you can do anything with that. I was just a dentist or a nurse practitioner or a PA. And then it was like, whoops. That didn't work out, and then went to nursing school. And then when I was a nurse, I was like, this isn't it. Went to nurse practitioner school. And was like, nope, this isn't it. But then took a travel contract, and before that, I bought a camera. And then on the travel contract, I was making bank, so I bought a drone. And then before you know it, I was like, man, this is pretty fun. And that's the theme of my life, is it's never about figuring it out or forcing it. And I'm a mental projector, so typically projectors have authority of emotional or splenic. Mine is very unique. It's the environment, and it's so magical in my life. It's like, I don't ever have to think. And when I start thinking, I stop because life will endlessly throw me what I need to be ready for. So for instance, yesterday, I didn't reach out to Dehancer, and then poof, let's pull it up real quick. Got to give you all some social proof. I guess it's big on social media. And I'll cover up an email so that you can't see it, but essentially, boom, Dehancer's like, yo, we love your video. Oh my God, send us this stuff, right? And it's like, I'd been wanting to reach out to them forever, but in being a projector, I can't. So I went with what life threw me, and driving back to Kansas City, I got a DM and was like, yes! And that's what I've been like focusing towards, is like stop having clients. And what I even got yesterday was like, start working with brands. Like, I love to work with brands as long as the delivery window isn't this rinse and repeat, like, it's awful. But get back to the topic. Yes, I heard that. But it's like, always like, stop forcing life and stop trying to tell it what you want to do and be more open to what life is throwing you. I think it's a big, big concept, because if you think about it, and this is more spiritual, philosophical in a sense, but believe me, it's very much the way I run my life. Is like, reality is 100% showing us everything all at once. What we tend to do as humans is twist it and manipulate it so that it's doing what we need it to do. For instance, like when I had to drive for Uber, I was like, I'm the most talented fucking creative in an Uber, and people could hire me for $100, $200, $300, $3,000, $10,000 for a project. Why am I driving for Uber? And when I said that, I stopped and was like, I'm gonna get real curious as to why I'm driving for Uber. And then sure enough, I'd find out, like, driving for Uber, I could make just as much as a creative to keep my financial floor. The more I drove for Uber, the more I wanted to create for myself. And then by driving for Uber, I didn't need clients anymore, and I could start creating more for myself. And it created the bridge of where I was at and where I was going. And that would have been the last thing I would have thought of, right? Even though people mentioned it, but then, somebody mentioned it when I was at a Mike concert in Arizona. Like, it continually was there, and I was like, all right, life wants me to do something with Uber. So I opened up to it, and then I was like, oh, and it was like, and then as soon as I got comfortable in Uber, the universe is like, all right, you passed that test. Here's the next one. And now I'm like, all right, so we don't have to drive for Uber, but it's an option. And then it's like, let's start working with brands. We definitely got the traction coming in. So, that's like a simple way to look about it, is like, you don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to always think. What you need to do is take a step back, zoom out, and look at what life is throwing you. For instance, I had a friend, and she's super dope at what she does, and was just like, nobody, like, I can't find people. I'm going to events. I'm doing this. And I'm just like, it's almost like the world, the universe, God is like, hey, do it for yourself. It's not for other people. It's for you. And I think as a creative, that's the last thing we look at, is like, we get into whatever, I believe for the majority of us, is to put ourselves out there, to be the one behind the camera, or to be the one in front of the camera, to be the one on YouTube, to be the one, doing whatever. And it's never about like the ego of it, right? It's just like, there's something inside of us that is pushing us there. And then we learn the skills through the service-based industry. And then we're like, oh, wait, this might not. Oh, yeah. The money feels pretty good. And then it's like a part of our soul, at least for me personally, is dying. And it's like, I want to do my own stuff. But they're paying me. And it's like lifestyle or, like soul calling. And I've learned to I used to do this. And now I'm like, we just kind of balance it. And I'm like, all right, how can I, and this is even deeper than this, is first the question is, how can I sustain this lifestyle and do this without causing my nervous system to spin out, essentially, right? Or make this sustainable. And then the real question is switching from the how can I do this, to who do I need to become to make this sustainable, and who can help me along the way make it sustainable. And I swear to God, as soon as you ask those questions, they'll open up to you. And it's a really cool, what do I say? It's a really cool phenomenon when you stop looking for the how and you start looking for the who's, because the who's come with 10 friends, they come with many skills, they come with many connections, and when you start finding the who's, you start finding out how very quickly, right? And that's a whole nother video I need to write down. I need to put these all in my notebook, the who, not the how. Let me write that down. Those are good ones. I came in the channel. So, but overall, look at what the environment's throwing you, because even though you might not be environmental authority, the environment's still a part that we all overlap in our own perspectives, right? You have a unique perspective, but we all live in the same environment. So what signals is the environment throwing you? Is it throwing you that you should work with brands? Is it throwing you that you should double down and create something very unique in the space that nobody's created, that you've had this thought of for 3 or 5 years? I don't know. That's really specific for somebody. Is it teaming up and doing a joint venture or a collaboration with somebody or lily padding it, essentially doing this industry, doing that industry, learning all these skills and then putting it all together in your own unique way? Or a Leonardo da Vinci, he didn't believe, I love this, I watched this the other day, it's da Vinci didn't believe in compartmentalizing things, right? And he would endlessly blend everything he learned together, which is so unique for him. And it's why his work was so unique. And that's what I mean is if the universe is if you're trying to do something that's in the mainstream, create VSLs and recap videos, those might get you so far, but at some point, that's the foundation of what you're applying something else to, right? And it's really learning how to stack all these skills and centrifuge them into one, or unify them. I love that word, unify all your skills into something unique. And you can get there not by thinking, not by stressing, not by pressuring yourself. Those are all methods that don't work in this reality. What works is be open, be curious, allow everything around you to have some kind of magic where it's kind of talk to you, but take notes, carry around a little notebook. This will be a whole video all of its own. Shout out to ShopBot for this. They had these at a event, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. I can put it in my fanny pack and take it with me everywhere. And it's simple things like that, but have something and use AI. I actually built an app that I'm going to be rolling out that I've used it for my own. It syncs angel numbers, it syncs my tarot readings, it syncs everything that happens throughout the day, and it tells a beautiful story based on the instructions and the algorithm I gave it, so that I'm never guessing. I'm just endlessly sampling. I'm logging in my log, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, shoot me back everything that happened today. And it's oh my God, and you can see the overlap, right? And it's as soon as you can identify that in your own unique way, you can really, really find what life is trying to tell you, and lean into it, fully, don't run away from it. It's like a storm. It's raining here. It's go out into the storm. It'll be done quicker, right? If the storm's coming and the bull runs into it, it's the shortest amount of time in the storm. But if you run away from it, it follows you, right? So allow yourself to endlessly lean into the magic. Number one, it's it's happening for a reason. It's not to trick you. It's not to make you feel if you get caught somewhere and it gets you in trouble. It's a core lesson that you're learning. It's probably you're meant to endure some harder judgments on yourself for stuff. It's not to cause you pain. Nothing in this life is to hurt you. It is literally molding and shaping you, and it's understanding that when all these elements come in, they're not here to hurt you, they're not here to put you through pain, they're just shifting you quickly, and the harsher they are, the bigger the change is. And if you know that, the more you lean into it, the more you're going to open up to it, and the more you open up to it, the more blessings that are bestowed upon you as soon as you figure it out. And that's how you can tell you can pass it. And if life gets better as you make these shifts and you lean into it, that is a full send. Keep going in that direction, right? You see synchronizing numbers, full send. Keep going in that direction. It's there's so many things, but it's like when life gets hard, lean into it. Do the last thing you would think first, and that'll open up the door. Once the door is open and you learn what you're being taught, it'll start to expand and open. If it doesn't, get out of that area right away. It's not for you, right? Like resistance is redirection, but there is a good resistance that can help you grow and expand. That's like a full video on its own too. But anywho, that's today's video. Is like lean in to what life is throwing you. I think it will open you up to the possibilities of life. It'll open you up to the zone of possibility, and it'll really piece together everything you're trying to figure out in your head in front of you when you can take a step back and you can start to take notes and document it and feel into it and understand it and be like, it's almost like, and that's a good statement if you want an actual step, it's almost like life is showing me that I need to blank. It's almost like life is showing me that I need to blank. Fill in that blank in the comments below. That's a dope comment right there. Because it's like, it's almost like for me instantly, and this will be the end of this video, is like, it was almost like life was making me Uber so that I didn't work with clients anymore. And even though I had the dopest offer that everybody loved, nobody wanted to hire me. It was almost like life was telling me to double down on myself and full send it as a digital creator. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to leave you for today. So, and I said that at 11:11. That's magic. So peace out, y'all. Have a good day, and happy 4th of July, wherever you're at. And even if you're outside the States, like, have some fun. Blow up your old life. Open up the new one and see what surprises are waiting for you.